I wanted to announce today that the government has taken a decision in relation to those people who are fake refugees, people who are refusing to provide detail about their claim of protection. We are going to set a deadline for those people, and we have set that deadline for the end of this year in October.
Peter Dutton announced that all asylum seekers who hadn't applied for their visas yet, who arrived after August 2012, would have until October 1st to apply for them. That's less than 2 months from now, and that's about 7,500 people. That's 7,500 people to squeeze through a system that sets up barriers designed to make them trip and fall, and that's 7,500 41-page applications to be filled out in a language that's not their own. That's 7,500 stories to record of persecution and fleeing to safety and refuge. Imagine having a deadline like that. That's why I'm here at RACS, an independent legal service designed to help provide assistance for asylum seekers in this difficult time.
When this deadline was announced, all of a sudden the whole game changed, and we realised that if we didn't get everybody on our waiting list, and there was about 1,000 people at the time, assistance, that they were in danger of being deported after October the 1st. So we had to really scale up what we were doing. We were fortunate that we got some extra funding so we could hire some people short term to assist us. We've had more law firms offering assistance. We have been working 7 days a week and evenings as well. The protection visa application form, there's two of them. If you came by boat, you've got to choose between a temporary protection visa or a safe haven and enterprise visa. The TPV is a 3-year visa if you're lucky enough to get it, and the safe haven enterprise visa is a 5-year visa. The form itself is 40 pages. It's in English. It asks you to list everywhere you've ever lived, everywhere you've ever worked since you were 0. You need to align your story with the definitions of what a refugee is. You need to understand what that means in the first place. It's incredibly complicated and incredibly legal, and without legal advice, people are doomed to fail.
So we know that after Fast Track was announced, the success rate of a lot of asylum seekers' applications dropped pretty significantly. Do you think that's going to happen again with the announcement of this deadline and with all the...
I am sure that this deadline, which was really just playing politics with people's lives, there's absolutely no other reason for it, will result in more people not being found to be refugees at the department level. There'll be some review at the IAA, but I imagine that in the future there will be a significant rise in judicial review challenges because there's been such a lack of procedural fairness.
What about people who don't apply? What happens? What will happen after October 1st?
According to the government, it's lodge or leave, and they have Dutton has said that they will be pursuing deportations.
What would you say, like just from your experiences of dealing with people, I know you work with the actual cases, but what would you say is the, I guess, human impact of this deadline? How do you think it's affected the community?
We found that many of the people who hadn't lodged, who are still waiting, are often some of the most vulnerable families with children, people with mental health issues. Many of them really didn't understand what this new deadline means, but it certainly has exacerbated the mental health issues and the distress and anxiety that a lot of people have been suffering.